got all your colors. Yep, where's all of our squeegees at, Lila? Where's all of our squeegees at? No. There they are. There's all of our squeegees, and Mommy needs her scissors. Yeah. Hello, everybody. We're going to do a little quick afternoon craft with sugar skulls. I have my super cute assistant here helping me. Just give me a couple seconds. I'm just going to share this into a couple of my groups really quick, and then we will get started. This is one of my absolute favorite Halloween transfers, and because I have little kids, we use fun colors. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Be careful with Mommy's scissors. Just give me 1 second. I just want to share this in a couple of places in some of my other groups that I have. And then as soon as I can do that, I will get started and show you this. What is going on here? You know what you see. Be careful. Yeah? You want to hold them? I'm trying to like share using a device that I never use, so I'm so technologically challenged. I think that's the right way to say it. Just give me 2 seconds and then we'll get started. Okay, maybe a little bit longer than 2, but as you can see, my assistant is gracing. She likes to stack my chalk paste. Okay, I'm figuring this out. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Who knew that this was going to be so difficult? Not me. Yeah, who knew? Who knew that this was going to be so... Oh, I think it worked because it made a sound. Yeah, I think it worked because it made a sound. If you guys are with me, say hello. If you can see this, say hi. Careful with my scissors. Careful with my scissors. I think I... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it fell. Yeah? Climb down and get it. And we're doing sugar skulls. Today I'm using a wooden surface, but you can use this on plastic, wood. You can make t-shirts. How fun are these for like Halloween t-shirts, or even just fall shirts. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to share this on my own page. Uh-oh, get it. Okay, here we go. Alright, me and Miss Lila May are going to do one of our new fall transfers. Yeah! We're doing sugar skulls. I'm going to show you guys how super easy it is to do this transfer. I do a lot of vinyl projects. I was going to try to do a vinyl one so I could show a comparison, and I was like, forget it, it's just too much work. So we're doing, yeah, sugar skulls. I found this is just a 10-inch round board, and this is what we're using for our surface today. All right, this is what the transfer looks like. I'm going to go ahead and take it out. This is a brand new transfer. I've used this transfer so many times that if there's a transfer that I really, really like, I always get more than one of them because we can use them about 10-ish times before they start to not lose their sticky. Come here, Lila. I thought you was going to help me. So this is what the transfer looks like, and as you can see, each different colored section comes with its own separate little transfer. So we'll do one color, then we'll do the next one, and then we'll do this one, and then we'll finish with the top. Or we can even start with the top. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to which way you do it. But that's how we know this will be a color, 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 and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by cutting out my pieces, and the transfers do come with cut lines on them. These are suggested cut lines. This one, because it's going to be layered, you kind of have to cut it out unless you want to make things really tricky. But some of the other transfers that come in one piece, I always cut them down anyways, just because it just makes them easier to, for me personally to use. So I'm just cutting these out right now. And then, because I have little kids, we don't really do scary in this house. So we're going to use fun, bright colors. Not that sugar skulls are necessarily scary, but okay, so I have all my pieces cut out. Put my scissors over there. And I think I'm going to start, just so I know that I've got it down straight, or not straight, but so I know exactly where my placement is on my board. I'm going to start with the outside of the sugar skull. Where's Mommy's white? Can you find white? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by pulling the transfer off the backing. See, it just comes on a white backing. They're silk screens. We call them transfers, but what they are is they're silk screens. It's really sticky. I saved the back. Goodness. Because, hold on, Mommy will stick it on you. Because they're reusable, so once we wash them, I stick them back on the back. They're really sticky. So what we do is we fuzz them, and what that is you stick it on a towel. I always stick it on my shirt. Lila is right here with me helping. So when we fuzz our transfers, woohoo! I stick it on Lila. Lila likes to wee fuzz on her. But basically what you do is you just stick it on you, and what it does is it just gets a little bit of fuzz on your background or on your transfer. So it's not overly sticky and completely sticks to your surface. Hold on, I'm going to put it back on in just a minute. Let me put the next piece on you too. And also, if you're doing a lot of layering, this helps too, because the transfers are so sticky that they can pull up your paint from the previous layer. Okay, let's put him on here. So I'm just sticking him on here. Is that a good spot for him? Move them up just a little bit because there's some add-ons with this one, so you can stick them on the bottom. Okay, so I'm just smoothing them out. Smooth them out. Yeah, look at his teeth and his nose and his eyes. Smooth them out. We gotta smooth them out. I'm just getting the bubbles out. And then I'm gonna start by using Chalkology paste. You can ink everywhere that you would use paste. You would use ink on fabrics, but we are using paste for this. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, we're going to use a smaller one. Okay, here you go. You want to help? There you go. There you go. Put him on there. Yeah, got to turn him over this way. Here, turn it over. There you go. And if she goes off the transfer, the Chalkology paste is not permanent until I seal my surface. So I can always go back with a wet washcloth or a wet paper towel, and all of this down here where she's getting it off the surface, I'm going to use my paper towel and I'm going to take it right off. Which is why when I'm using paste, Miss Lila Mae gets to help. If I was using ink, ink is permanent. Not on wood, it's not permanent, but it's permanent like if it hit fabric. So when we do fabric, she doesn't get to help. Yeah. Keep it on transfer. Let's not make this more messy than Mommy needs it to be. And I'm just covering up all the silkscreen area with this, and then I'm going to pull it off. And I'm going to work kind of quick because I got my sliding glass door open, and chalk dries fast. The ink, or this isn't ink, this is the paste. It dries fast, and if it dries on your transfer, it can okay, that's enough. It can pull your paste up. Okay, that's enough. No more, no more. And I'm just going to put my excess back in here. Okay, here we go. Hold on. And then I'm just going to peel this up. Nope. Yeah, look at that. And you can see how it looks so far. So I'm going to get my wet paper towel really quick. Nope. And I'm going to, give me this. Now that I got my transfer off, I don't want her to. I'm going to get my wet paper towel really quick while he dries, so I can wipe this excess off. But I'm going to, nope, he's not dry yet. He's not dry. Let's go wash you off. Really quick, so I can wipe that off, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, I'm usually a little bit more prepared when I do these. I had her down for a nap, and then I had to take my son to preschool, and as soon as I took him to preschool, her little 15-minute power nap was apparently all she needed. I try to do these when they're asleep or they're not home. But see, I'm using a wet paper towel, and I'm just kind of wiping off the paste that got on my surface when she was helping me get it off. And this dries rather quickly, so I'm just going to let it sit here, just for a second, just to let it dry. And then we will go on and we will put the next layer on. There's nothing on there. And what I'm going to do with this, once it was completely dry, I'm going to do a Christmas design on the back, because you can see how I painted the front. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint the back, and then I'm going to do a Christmas design on the back. So after Halloween, when I go to, yeah, see, he's dry. When I go to switch over my my fall transfers over to Christmas, all I have to do is take him, because there's his holes right here for hanging. Then I can just flip him over, and then I have a Christmas design on the back. Yeah, we're going to do that one yet. So I'm just going to, and as you can, I mean, it dries fast. See, this is already dry. Yeah, it's already dry. So we'll just move this out of the, and we will grab the next, I'm sure there's like a, okay, I'm just going to grab this next layer, and we'll lay it down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on my shirt to fuzz it, because he's really sticky. And if I put him down without fuzzing him on top of this layer, it doesn't always, but it can pull the white off. So, and I can always just go back later on and redo my white layer a second time if I need to, but I don't want to have to do that. So what I'm doing is I'm just sticking it on my shirt. If you can see, I'm wearing a flannel shirt. So I'm just sticking it on here to get lots of fuzz on it so it's not super sticky. And these are, and all this fuzz that I'm putting on here, see if you can see it on the back, it just makes it where it's not super sticky so it won't pull up my paint or stick to my surface. When I wash this, I'll wash it in just warm water. It doesn't even need soap. All of the fuzz will come off of this. And the sticky, when you get it wet, it loses its sticky. But as soon as it dries, the sticky comes back. So I'm just going to put this on here. And see, I'm sure there's like a special way this is supposed to go on here, but I'm not exactly sure how. Maybe I should have done like a separate one, a different layer first so I can see exactly how it's supposed to go. I believe it goes this way. It looks like it would go this way, right? Or maybe I should have used the other part first. Who knows? But like I said, because here, let me help you. Mommy hasn't taught you yet that it's rude to reach across. I can always just go back later on with my my white. Where'd it go? Okay. If this isn't, I think this is the way it goes. It looks about right. I think that's how we just layer it up. So I'm just going to put it on right here. Hold on. Hold on. Just going to layer it on and we'll fuzz it in just a minute. And now I'm just going to pick a different color. I think we'll use this color. This is peacock blue. So maybe, yeah. Okay. Mommy's going to let you just look so we can get this done without it being like a 4-hour ordeal. Hold on, I'll let you do it in just a minute. So I just put it on my squeegee and I'm just covering my silkscreen areas. And if I have any excess, hold on, no, Mommy doesn't want you helping on this one. Yeah, you can help on the next one. Yeah, wipe on here. There you go, keep wiping. What I do is I just scrape up my excess. Yeah, hold on, the next one. Look at all the blue. Did we get it all covered? Rub it on here. Rub your squeegee across here. I'm just scraping my excess off and I'm sticking it back into my my container, and then I'm going to put the lid back on it. These little containers of ink are 3 ounces, and depending on what size project you're doing, you could probably get, I don't know, a good 10 projects out of each one for each color. Okay, so red. So now I'm just pulling this up. Whoa, yeah, look at that. We added blue. And then I'm just going to stick this transfer. I have a little bit of water right now in my sink that I'm just sticking it in. Lila Mae, did you touch this? Did you touch it? This looks like Lila Mae smudges. Did you touch it? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, you're okay. We'll just wash it off when we're all done and we'll redo it. But that's okay. Yep, we're just showing. Here, let me see your dress. I'm going to go ahead and let her fuzz this one. Maybe if I keep her busy, she won't really want to. There you go. Fuzz it on your dress. Yeah, keep fuzzing. Here. Hold on. Uh-oh, it's getting stuck. Here, get right here. We're not ready for you to do it. Leave it on your dress. Yep, we're going to put it on there next. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I'm just fuzzing my transfer on Lila Mae's dress. You know, she knows that we fuzz our transfers. Yeah, okay. Let's put them on. So now I'm just going to stick this one on, and I'm trying to see if there's... Look, if you're going to scream, you're not going to help Mommy. And I'm just lining this up with this... his teeth. That's what I'm using this particular transfer. I'm lining it up with his teeth right there so I can see where this transfer goes. And if you kind of look underneath it when I flatten it down, you can kind of see the different pieces on there to where he's lined up. So now we will use, I'm going to use Candy Apple Red this time on here. Yeah, I know you're tired. Yeah, she had like a little, short little power nap. And then she didn't want to go back to sleep. I was planning on doing this while she was asleep. So she's still kind of tired, kind of crabby, but doesn't really want to go back to sleep, even though she really needs to go back to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, we're adding red to him now. Or her. Really fun because I can use the same exact transfer on a shirt. Instead of using ink or paste, I would just use ink and that as soon as it touches, it's like permanent. And see, I just covered my silkscreen areas. Hold on, you can help me with the next color. And see, here's it is up close. I just covered the silkscreen areas with the paste, and then I'm just going to take it from the top and I'm just going to peel it off. Ooh, look, he's got red teeth, Lila May. Yeah, our sugar skull needs to brush his teeth. This is what it's looking like so far. I probably could have moved his teeth over a little bit. You can see the little smudges from where I can tell that Lila May graced it with her little hands. So I'm just going to let this dry for a second. The paste dries really quick by the time I go stick this stuff in my sink. I have a sink that's filled with water right now, and so as soon as I'm done with my transfer, I just stick it in the water and let it soak until I'm ready to go wash it off. Hold on, I gotta wash this one. He's dirty. He's dirty. Sometimes too, depending on like what color I'm using, it can stain the transfer, but it doesn't make it where you can't use the transfer. Here's what he looks like so far. I'm just letting the red dry just a second. You can see the little smudge marks right here. And I believe that's because Lila May decided to put her hands on it when I walked away. But like I said, a wet paper towel will, you know, you can, Lila May. You know, I can use a wet paper towel and it'll take the chalk right off. Yeah. So I'm just going to fuzz my next piece. And then we have this decorative piece too that's going to go down here. So maybe I'll go ahead and start this piece while I let my red dry. Okay, I'm going to fuzz it on you. And I'm just going to cut a little bit more of this piece out down here on the bottom of it. Just so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah. And these little pieces right here, these are called add-ons because they're just extra pieces that come with the transfer. You can add them on if you want them to add on, or... Careful. Yeah. You be careful with my scissors. Yeah, you be careful with my scissors. So I'm just going to stick this piece down here. My wet paper towels are right here. I'm just going to use white. Careful. And the squeegees are all, they come this size, but I cut them down. I cut mine down to smaller sizes. So depending on what transfer I'm using, sometimes if you're using something that has like a little tiny spot, but there's other stuff up here that you want a separate color, something like this is kind of cumbersome to use. So I just cut mine down to just smaller, more usable sizes. And I'm just going to put my white back over here. And I just scrape it across. Yeah, what do you do with my scissors? Yeah, yeah. Mommy needs to find something else that you can paste on so you don't try to do my surface. Yeah. And if there's any questions, I'll go back through afterwards. I can't see them right now. No, ma'am. See, I'm just going to peel it up. Hold on, you can help me and just, here, put it right here. Right here. Yeah, there you go. Good. Right there, right here. Yeah, good job. Thank you. Okay. Yep, we got him. Okay, he's all covered. Thank you. Let's peel him up. And when you pull your transfers off, you either want to go left to right or right to left or top to bottom or bottom to top. You don't want to pull diagonal. If you pull diagonal, sometimes it can, hold on, it can stretch your transfers out and you don't want to stretch them. Okay. All right, so now my red, so you can see he's dry already. I'm going to do the last piece of him and then we'll finish down here. And then I will... Mama! Be careful. You make me nervous. Mama! Yeah. Woo! Woo! And on here, I'm just lining him up. I'm lining up his eyes on here. Yeah? At least that's what I'm trying to do. You can see right here where maybe a little bit crooked. But it's okay. I'm just going to peel him up because I think I can tell where he's at that he's a little bit crooked. What? Oh. Here. Oh. You want my squeegees? You're cleaning up for me? Am I done? Okay, I've got one more color to use. I was going to use a, I had a really pretty bright green in here, and I don't know, Lila Mae likes to take my, she likes to stack them, stack the different colors, and I don't know where she did with my green. Where did you do with my green, Lila? Yeah, it's all gone? Okay, we used those three colors, so I guess I can, well, I guess I can use Honeydew. It's not really the prettiest color for this. Or maybe this color will stand out. These are the colors that I have every color that we have, but I really wanted to use that really pretty green, but she walked away with it, so, okay, I guess, well, I'll just use this one. Because I'm going to end up washing this off anyways because she smeared it. What? So I'm just going to add a little bit of pink. I have little kids, so fun colors are... What are you trying to cut, Lila Mae? Areas, and then I'm just going to scrape my excess up, stick it back in my container of paste. And this one is Cherry Blossom. This is another one of our new colors. So I'm just going to peel my transfer up. Yeah. Yeah, the pink is such a close color to the white. It almost kind of blends in. But here he is close up. You can see the smudges from where Lila graced him with her little piggies. But that's okay. And now this one right here is already dry, so I'm going to start the next color down here. Let me have it. Careful. I'm going to stick these in my sink of water. If you're ever working with a transfer and it gets like all, because it's really sticky and it gets all tangled up in itself, like if you accidentally fold it in half and it gets like stuck on itself, stick it in water. Because if you stick it in some water, the water, this transfers lose their sticky when they're in the water, and you can very easily start to unmangle it. Ask me how I know that. Because I have done it many, many times. Yeah, many times, haven't we, Lila? So I'm just going to stick this down right here. We're going to use pink. Come here. Come here. Put it on. Right here. There you go. Put it on. Yeah. There you go. Please keep it on the transfer. Yeah, hold on, let's scrape it over. Yeah, Miss Lila May is 1. She'll be 2 in a couple of months. Hold on, let's go right here. She always watches me craft, so she kind of has the, she kind of understands what we're doing. Hold on, we got to make sure. There's just a little area right there that's not covered. We're going to do a different color. Let's do a different color. So I'm just going to peel this one up right here. Yeah. Yeah, it would be a lot prettier if Mommy didn't have help right now. Okay, that's an empty backing. Okay. Yeah, there it is. So I'm just using my paper towel and I was wiping off some chalk that Lila got on here. That's okay. Because you can see right here, down here where she got some of the paste on there. This is just a wet paper towel. And I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of pressure, not a whole lot. Careful. Alright, scoot back, please. Scoot back. Or scoot over. I'm going to touch this. It's almost dry. You know, if you have a blow dryer handy, you can just blow dry it and then you can just whip right through this. Yeah. Yeah, but if I had my blow dryer here, careful. I don't know if this goes this, no, it's got to go this way. We would never hear the end of the blow dryer because all she would want to do, and see in this part, I don't even know where this goes on here. I guess I could look at a picture. Yeah, hold on. I mean, it looks like it would go in between these, but there's no really... Let me grab my catalog. My catalog has a... careful. It actually has... So this is the page in the catalog where it actually shows the transfer. So if you ever have a transfer and you're not quite sure how it's supposed to go, you can always go back and you can look online and see. This one I was trying to, I believe, the reason why I couldn't figure it out is because I was trying to put it upside down. Or maybe I wasn't. I can't really tell. Well, I'm just going to stick it on here. And if it doesn't look right, oh, well, it doesn't look right. I think I've got it on here right though. Okay, so I used, so now we're just going to add a little bit of blue. I'm going to do this really quick before she has a chance to, I'm just going to put a little bit on my corner here of this squeegee. The blue. And I'm just using the same colors that I used up here on here, and I'm just going to peel it off. Stick it over here to the side. And we've got one more piece to do, so I'm just going to pull it off the backing. Again, I save the backings because I will wash these in warm water. And then when you lay them to dry, you want them to dry sticky side up. Not yet. And then you just stick them back on the backing, and then I just stick them back into the package that they were on. Okay, you don't need to be up on the table. She says, yes, I do. Hold on, you can help me in just a minute. Hold on, let me see that squeegee. Mommy got to clean it off. And I have a lot of squeegees, but you can just get it wet. No. It's got yuckies on it. And then if you put it in water, it'll just... Lila May, you're making this much more difficult than it really needs to be. And the squeegees you can use indefinitely. They're just like rubber silicone, I guess. Like a baking spatula would be. So you can use these like indefinitely. And our chalk paste, they're also non-toxic, which is why with her helping me, I'm not concerned if, you know, she puts it in her mouth, decides to take a taste of it, it's not going to hurt her. All right, you're making me nervous. We're not doing tricks up on the table. You can, there you go. She's like trying to stand up on the table and do tricks. Okay, so this one right here, now that I have an idea, these little droplets go inside of the, they're actually going inside the leaves. And now once I put it down, I can actually see, if you can see this without her noggin and her hair in the way, you can kind of see like the outline of where this will go. And I'm going, careful to use red on this last little drop, and then this little guy will be done. You can use whatever colors you want. These were just colors that I just had sitting right here, so I grabbed them. And you would use the same exact transfer on if you wanted to do a t-shirt. Once I wash this off, once I wash my transfer off and put it back on the backing, I can use the same exact one that I used on this to do a t-shirt or a cup towel or a wooden sign. You can even use the chalk paste on your windows. And when you're ready to wash it off, just get a warm washcloth and wipe it off and it'll come right off. So it's kind of really cool. I just peeled that off. Like I said, see how this one is all mangled up, courtesy of Lila Mae. I'm going to stick this in my sink. Because I fuzzed it, it's not super sticky. But like if this was one that had never been used before and it got super crunched up like that, I would just stick it in my warm water and let it soak for just a little bit, and then I can very slowly just start pulling it back apart. See how she did this? So if you have a transfer and it gets all sticky and like stuck on itself, don't panic, you didn't ruin your transfer. You just slowly, this one was fuzzed, which is why I'm doing it now. Otherwise I would just set this in some water. And once some of the stickiness came undone, then I would. And as you can see, I am getting dried chalk paste all over this. But I'm just going to pull him off and dust him off, and then I will lift him up so you can see him. Because he's dry, so I'm going to use my shirt and just wipe him off so you can see. And this is my sugar skull. See, it's super easy, super fun, and he's dry. And see, he's not, I can, Lila, shh. I can like wipe him. It's not going to just come off. If you want it to come off, you're going to have to watch. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hang ribbon, and then I'm going to hang him up. And then I'm going to paint the back side of my surface, and I'm going to do Joy to the World. I'm going to do a Christmas design on the back. So my next live will be my Christmas design. I was going to go ahead and do it, but then I didn't know if I had enough time for the back to dry to finish this one. So, but this is Sugar Skulls. There's a link on the post if you want him. If you have any questions or you need help deciding, I used 4 different colors on him. But you do not need 4 different colors. You can do as many colors or as little colors as you want on him. So there's my Sugar Skulls. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you. Yeah, you're making a mess out of all of my transfers. Yeah, you're making a mess. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize she hit this, so you guys couldn't even see it. I'm so sorry. So those of you that watched where you only got to see the top half of it, here's the entire piece now that he's done. And I will take a picture of him, and I will actually post the picture of him on my VIP. If you guys are interested in any of the transfers, head over to my VIP, because that's where I post all of the sales that I have and any deals or steals. And we have some really good steals with some of our summer transfers going on right now. That's where we post I post all of my sales. So head on over to the VIP if you just want to look around. And if you think you might want to be a designer, which is what I am, or even just a hobbyist, and you just want to get the designer discount on this stuff, just shoot me a PM or a friend request, and I'll give you all the details on it. Because I have a lot of people on my team that are hobbyists. They just like to craft, and they don't want to sell any of the supplies, and you don't have to. So there you have it. Here's my sugar skull, helped with my assistant Lila Mae.